nothing to measure, all for pleasure, naturally given, for passion so driven. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. We waited all week until Friday is here.
It's Friday. Let's vibe into the weekend. Welcome to my next Freestyle Friday episode, already number 16. I'm really happy that you're here with me and that you're watching. The topic of today will be 10 things for a better life. So I made my thoughts about what was going on in life, and that's also what this freestyle of today is dedicated to. You know, sometimes we fly very high and we're just on this flight and everything is beautiful and just like so light and we're just enjoying it, you feel me? But then the next moment there could come a fall and we feel like sorrow or pain or whatever. So this episode is all about collecting things which I personally used as I felt the fall and let me feel better. Because I believe, unfortunately, life is not about just always flying high. So there are problems, or maybe, I don't know, I don't really like the word problems because I feel there are solutions. But let's say there are challenges. There are challenges facing us. And yeah, sometimes we have a bad day or we don't feel good, or we maybe have like physical pain or whatever kind of pain. So life is, for me, not about that this is not occurring to us. It's about when this occurs, how do we respond to it? Because honestly, 90% what's happening in life is about how we respond to it. What is our reaction? And not about what it's just happening to us. That's maybe 10%. So it's always how do we react? And for this, I made my 10 best tips for you, and I want to hear from you in the comments below. What kind of suggestions do you have for us to help us how to respond, how to react to feel better in situations where we have to fall? Because that's just life. And I would really appreciate you let us all know. And I also have some people here which I look up to and helped me a lot with their music. Alicia Keys, I'm gonna talk about it later. Oprah Winfrey with her absolutely motivational speeches, everything she did for other people, her views, her perspectives. I'm gonna talk about it later. And the third one is a book author, Neil Donald Walsh, and it's about God's solution. So these are 3 people I really look up to and helped me a lot, and I will also connect it to my 10 things for a happier life. So let me get started. I wrote it down right here, and this is also a very important one. Be kind to you. And that's all where it starts. Because if we are not kind to ourselves, that's anyway when we lost and when we suffer. So that's also a very important one. And I just felt it's a beautiful paper to write down my 10 things for a happier life. Let's get it started. Number 1, affirmations. Affirmations are mostly starting with I am. I am beautiful. I'm healthier every day. I build more trust. Every day I breathe, I have more faith. We often have also bad affirmations, which we are not always realizing consciously, but sometimes we're just talking to ourselves in a very negative way, to get more conscious of how do I talk to myself and how do I really want to treat myself, be kind. So what did I maybe not tell myself for such a long time, and I really deserve it. So why not tell yourself, I'm enough every day. I am enough. I'm good the way I am. Whatever it is for you, like I'm not going to search the right affirmation for you because I don't know what your thoughts are, but you can help with positive affirmations when you also think about what kind of negative thoughts you have about yourself. Start maybe there and transform it in a positive one. Hang it up in your bathroom or somewhere where you're often during the day, and tell yourself the transformed positive affirmation you really deserve to live a better life. Number 2, acceptance. Often in my life, also when I had these falls, I tried to fight against it. Why is this right now? It shouldn't be like this. Whatever kind of feeling, we could maybe take the example fear. But as long you fight it off, as stronger it gets. So to accept it and really know you feeling, and often we say you bad feeling, like a bad feeling, instead of you can't be here. Okay, you can sit with me on the couch. You can be here. I accept it, acceptance, and then we take it from there. And you will see when you start to accept things that in another way you can also get strength to transform them. Like, let fear be there, accept it, but maybe in between 30 minutes you're able to transform it back to love. And this already happened to me. So I know when it's happening to me that it can happen to you, and I strongly believe in acceptance. Number 3, achievements. I feel we should give us more credit to really understand what we were all able to achieve already in life. Because sometimes we just go through life and just go for the next goal and the next goal and the next goal, instead of once taking your time, sitting down, reflect, and thinking about what I already achieved and things you can be really proud of yourself. And then the fall, I'm sure, will go up a bit. Maybe it will go from low to middle. That's okay. Number 4, breath. You can do so much with breathing exercises. Just that one can change your moment completely. Deep breaths in your stomach. Maybe even trying in the morning, in the afternoon, fixed times, or just in the moments you need it, to really breathe and just be in yourself instead of what is happening in the outside. It can also be done with meditations for sure and so on, but just in general, breathing. Sometimes, we breathe, but we're going through the day and we just kind of work, like, instead of really realizing what our body is doing for us consistently, and just take a second to breathe. Let's do this. It helps. Number 5, breaks. It's so important. When you have goals or a passion, sometimes with all the love you feel for things, you're just going, get on going. And yes, that's a beautiful thing on one hand, but on the other hand, breaks are so needed to even be able to activate your full self, to actually get there where you want to be, or really do these things with your heart. Let's say you have you're a water glass, and sure, when you give your energy to things, even if you love it, your water glass or your battery goes slowly down. But somewhen you have to charge it again. And their breaks are so needed to charge your battery to be able to go back to your passion and continuously do it with passion and give all your love in things you love to do with a full battery, or at least not half empty one. You feel me? So number 6, distance and healing. I realized that often when you are doing something and you're completely in it, that when you're not taking your distance, you're not gonna feel better. It could be that anything, like you're in a fight with a loved one. I'm not saying walk away, like sure you're trying to like talk it out and so on, but sometimes it's good to take your time alone to really think about how it was going and take a distance, a step back to really maybe realize also your own things you can work on. Or other examples, like at work, it's very busy. So when you're always like in it, only when you take your distance, a breath, and really like getting out of the situation, you can maybe see it from another perspective. The same it's like with body, mind and soul, you know, like we have the body as our equipment, and we also have our mind and also our soul. So there's only 2 ways of suffering, mentally and physically. And only if we get the distance from our mind and from our body, we can really reconnect with our soul again. And for that, meditation is very well. And here we're coming to the first person I not even mentioned before, but I really look up to and listen to and practice with is Sadhguru. Sadhguru, you can find also his app, or you can for sure follow him on social media. And he has a very good training in there for distance with a meditation, and it's called Isha Kriya. And he explains everything. With this technique, you learn how to distance yourself mentally, but also physically, from whatever you're suffering from, and getting back more to your soul, and in the end, to feel better. So you could try it out. For me personally, it helped. And with distance and healing, I also mean meditation and really spending time with yourself, within yourself, to charge your battery and to take distance of things which are overwhelming. We have a very fast living world, so I think we're all in it and a part of it. So these are very great techniques, helped me a lot. So I wanted to share that with you. Number 7, gratitude. Practice gratitude every single day and be grateful for what we already have in life, to be able to continuously receive new things, because why should you be introduced to new things when you're not even grateful for what we have already right now? My personal perspective. And yeah, number 9, I think we are at, no, number 8 is music and dance. That's why in this podcast it's connected with music, because I feel music can prevent you so good or from a fall, or let's just say if you're on the fall and you connect yourself with music, with lyrics, with the sound, the feeling of connecting with this particular piece of art, I feel that can really heal yourself. And that's also what we do here in this podcast, especially with the music, with the lyrics. is so important to me to connect, not only with my own lyrics, with all the musicians in this world. They're sharing their emotions, their experiences, their feelings, and can connect with others on that level. If we feel pain, we can share the pain. We can show each other you are not alone. I feel the same. So you can make people feel better because we share the pain. For joy, we can double the joy and the love because we're listening to this great piece of art and we're just having a good vibe and it goes on all of us, so we can celebrate it and we double the joy. And so that's there where we can connect on an emotional level and really feel so supported. And that's why I have so much love for music. That's what I really want to do for a living. And that's what we're doing right here together to connect this podcast and talks with life topics and lyrics to be on a level where we could really not just share, but connect to feel better. And for the music, I would like to connect that one also with Alicia Keys and her song Paper Flowers from her new album Keys. I love it. I also love the cover art. It's blue, my favorite color, and her lyrics. I just feel it fits to that 10 things to feel better. I love it. The song really touched me a lot and let me feel good to just live in the moment and forgetting about yesterday and tomorrow and just be here right now. So the lyrics are: paper flowers don't die, but neither do they live like you and I. Lightning never striking twice is a lie. Like good things coming when you wait. And that's not even the whole hook. You can listen the rest of it yourself. But the point of these lyrics, they're so deep and touching to me because life is here, and no matter if we are flying or if we're on a fall, we're living. And that's what's happening right here. But I also feel we shouldn't wait that good things happen. So that's why I made this list of these 10 things to feel better, because we can't prevent the negative feelings or the feelings which we maybe don't feel, because when they're coming, they're coming. But the question is, what can we do? And that's why I created this 10 things and connected it to this particular lyrics of Alicia Keys. I love you, girl. You're my biggest idol in the music industry because of everything, because of your lyrics, because of your music, but also especially because of your character, your perspectives, your views, how you encourage women and support people in need, and so on and so on. You're just an incredible human being, that must be said. And thank you for everything you give to this world. I appreciate you a lot. That's why you are mentioned here in my podcast for number 8, music. Now we come to number 9, movement and sports. I just feel our body should move regularly, that we feel healthy, that we feel in the flow with ourselves. And that we're not talking now about just how you look like, we're talking about your inner flow, that you feel, hey, shit is flowing, you feel me? I feel that's happening when we're moving. And when we're too much sitting around and so on, I feel it's not helping to feel better. So even if sometimes we have days we feel like, oh man, all I want to go is in my bed under the quilt. And I'm not saying you can't do that. We all do. It's also important. It's a part of it. It's a part of life. But to get out of it, get moving, it's also important to get back up from the fall to the flight. So number 10 is motivation. I just feel sometimes in our lives we're low for whatever kind of reason. We maybe lose for a moment the motivation, or we lose the sense of, is it really right what I'm doing right now? Should I keep moving or not? Or we're just doubting in certain moments. That just can happen. Sure, it's always important to have your own motive, because if you have your own motive, why you're here on this earth and what you would like to add to this world, that's your motivation. That makes you keep going. But sometimes there is a day where you maybe lose this a little bit, because of whatever, and it's okay. It's okay, acceptance. But what can we do? We can listen to people give us a motivational speech, or a motivational podcast or book, because we're not alone. Many people went through this already, and they kept moving, and in the moment we need this motivation, we can take it, we can inhale it, and it will help us to move on. And here I especially want to mention actually two people. Number one, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, we all know she's a legend. She changed so many lives. It's incredible. And if she is not the one made impossible possible, who then? She helped so many people which actually were in need. She helped women to stand up for themselves. Families or childs, they have less money and can't really afford things. She helped that they felt not only that they were seen, but she really supported them with whatever kind of dreams, or just a beautiful feeling like. And I just heard one of her speeches recently, and she was like in Africa, and there were like 2,000 or more kids, and they never had nothing to play with. And she made black dolls for them to play with, and they never had anything. And she said it was her most beautiful, or one of her most beautiful moments in life, to see them opening the gifts all at the same time, and what kind of energy in this room was, is so incredible. And I think we should all find our purpose, but sometimes we're going through things and we need someone to motivate us in that moment, and there are enough mentors or people we can look up to can do that for us. So I wrote down here for you in regards to that speech of Oprah. If you go, for example, to YouTube or so on, you can find many of them. And there is one, life advice will leave you speechless. And I was just listening to that yesterday and felt I want to bring it in that podcast. I will also put you all the links of Alicia Keys' song, of Oprah's speech, the Sadhguru's app, or at least his contact, in my bio below, that you can click on it and whatever you feel can help you. And another person I want to mention that's more a bit spontaneous is Laura Malina Seiler. She's actually one of these people supported me the most on my way. Thank you so much, Laura. She speaks German and is doing her work in German. She's a coach. She is a businesswoman. She's an author and much more. And also she has her own podcast. I will also put the link from her below that you can find her. With everything she's doing, she's giving so much back to people. If it's with podcasts, through her books, or with whatever kind of techniques can help you, like EFT, emotional freedom techniques, to also have distance and healing in your life. She's doing so much, and I can recommend her work very much to you. I love you, Laura. And yeah, I actually brought here the books that you could see. This is also one from Neil Donald Walsh, and his Conversations with God. It's just in German, but there is the English one. This book is one of his 39 or more books, and it's translated in so many languages. You can find it in yours for sure. And I need to be honest, I'm only in the first quarter, I would say, but I already feel it shows you another angle of how you can see things, and in regards to life, emotions, experiences, feelings, and views, and so on and so on. If you want to have some motivation, this is definitely a book I could recommend. And here, Back to Myself from Laura in German. How I said, I love this book. I finished it already. You can see it. It's very used. It was everywhere in this world, traveling with me to Brazil and so on and so on. And this not only helped me, it changed my life as well, because it's really truly about being connected with yourself. That's why I also created my own 10 things for a happier life. And be kind to yourself. And if you like this podcast, please subscribe here and don't miss the next episode. And now we get into the Freestyle Friday wisdom I was creating for today. Be kind to yourself. Treat your body and mind right, and fulfill your soul. And I personally believe these 10 things for a happier life are supporting all of us. And now we're getting into the Freestyle Friday of today, where I'm exactly talking about that, about the flight, about the fall, and about all these different emotions on our way. And I want you to be able to connect to it, and we can share the emotions together. It will mean a lot for me to hear from you, how you like the freestyle, in the comments below. And I wish you a beautiful weekend and much love. Mwah. Hey. BlueLee. It's me. Here. Company.
Sometimes I fly so high, next moment so low, full sorrow. Sometimes I fly so high, next moment so low, full sorrow. From up to low, deep like power, there's no we can go fast. You don't know how long it lasts, another future than the past. Want to change, deserve that range. I'm not strange, my dreams wanna change. Yeah, I deserve it all, I don't dream small. Of the dead fall, only the best of the best. Get it off my chest, looking up to the west. Getting out that nest, fly away far, shining bright like a star in the night, through the waves on a kite. Destroy the light, take it away, there is no way I don't fade. Spread my wings, I'm rich like kings, in and outside, realize my pride, I'm no lie, energy flows high. Sometimes I fly so high, next moment so low, full sorrow. Sometimes I fly so high, next moment so low, full sorrow.